Here on Escape to the Country, we try our best to stick to the brief.
I think you've hit the nail on the head with this one.
Fantastic. Right, well, if you love what you've seen already, wait till you get upstairs. I think you're going to love it.
Exciting.
But our house hunts can deliver the unexpected.
Oh my goodness. I've never seen anything like this before.
No.
Have you?
I feel like that's taken my breath away.
And the icing on the cake, it's when we achieve that fairy tale ending.
I feel like it's Mary Poppins' bag. It just keeps on giving.
Well, doesn't it just?
Leicestershire. A veritable melting pot of breathtaking countryside, historic buildings and protected wildlife habitats. In fact, this rather modest county has more to it than at first meets the eye.
As well as boasting some fabulous scenery, Leicestershire also hosts a rich cultural calendar, championing everything from the humble pork pie to hosting the largest comedy festival in Europe and the biggest Diwali celebration outside of India. Put all that into the mix, it might justifiably claim to be one of the most vibrant counties in Britain.
Landlocked Leicestershire sits in the East Midlands, surrounded by no fewer than 7 neighbouring counties.
I think one of the best things about living in Leicestershire, you're in the heart of England, so whatever you want out of life, whether you want a bit of activity, you can go to one of the cities. If you want the quiet countryside, we've got some great walking through parts of Leicestershire. And if you want the big lights, you're just 90 minutes on a train into London.
The region has its own shining stars, including towns like delightful Market Bosworth with its iconic Tudor architecture. As Leicestershire's tiniest town, it's been named one of the most desirable places to live in the county.
The community in Leicestershire is really nice. They are super friendly. You will definitely get someone saying hello to you as you're on a walk in the countryside. I'm a city girl, but I'm now officially a country girl.
Just over 80% of the county is classed as rural, and thanks to its fertile land, the region is also known for its fabulous produce, with annual festivals celebrating local delicacies, including world-famous Stilton cheese and, of course, Melton Mowbray's pork pies. So if you find yourself a little rotund round the middle after a visit to Leicestershire, never fear, because the manufacture of corsets also has a connection to the area.
Here on Escape, we are used to helping all manner of people at different stages in their lives. For some, it's about finding a spot in which to retire. For others, we might be looking for a home that can accommodate generations of the same family. But today, I think, is rather special. We're helping a young couple find, and I hope buy, their first new home together.
Hi, my name's Chloe. I'm from a place called Ruislip, which is in northwest London. I'm a senior marketing executive working in the investment industry, and this is my partner.
Hi, I'm Georgia and I'm a paramedic in Nottinghamshire.
Chloe and Georgia met online just over 4 years ago. Georgia's home is a 3-bed semi in the Derbyshire town of Long Eaton, whilst Chloe splits her time between there and northwest London. But now they want to buy their first home together.
Living in 2 places is really difficult. There's a lot of planning, isn't there?
It's like living out of a suitcase.
Yeah, it is. That is basically what it is.
I'm super excited for us to live together. I think I'm more excited for you to get that feel of also buying a house.
I think one thing we're really excited for is having like our first Christmas in the home of our dreams. So
I'm
yeah,
obsessed with Christmas.
getting all the family round and being together,
Yeah.
really exciting. So it's not only us making the move to the countryside, we've also got our little dog Betty joining us, who is our pride and joy.
This is where we usually go for our dog walks. It's just pavement based at the moment, and as you can probably hear, it's really noisy, and we just really want to escape that noise and busyness and be outside in the countryside, surrounded by fields and nature.
For their budget of £550,000, they're looking for a character property with a contemporary feel, but they're also open to more modern options. They're keen on open-plan living, would like 3 to 4 bedrooms, a home office for Chloe and a decent-sized garden for both themselves and Betty to enjoy.
Well, this is clearly a very exciting moment for Georgia and for Chloe, as it is for any couple who set about buying their first home together. I remember the conversations and the arguments and the compromises that went into the whole process when myself and Mrs. H set about buying our home together. And that adventure is the one that Chloe and Georgia are about to set forth on. And I'm really excited, privileged really, to have the chance to play a role in it and hopefully help them along the way and get them where they want to be.
Before I tackle that challenge head on, we're catching up to see how the land lies here in Leicestershire.
Well, look at this, eh?
It is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? Stunning.
Welcome to Escape to the Country.
We're really, really excited. We can't wait. It's like a new chapter in our lives. So, yeah, buzzing for it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Now, you've been together for, what, 4 years or so, but you've not yet had the chance to really live together. So it's going to be an interesting exercise, this, isn't it, in marrying your two tastes, I suppose.
Yeah, and I think in COVID times we were kind of forced into living with each other, and then we realised that wasn't as bad as what some people make out, and we're ready for the next chapter.
And in terms of this part of the country, how rooted in it are you? How well do you know it?
I mean, I feel like I know it quite well. Like working within the East Midlands, I go across all divisions, and then I think we just wanted somewhere a bit south of Nottinghamshire to help with your journey back home to see friends and family. And Leicestershire has some beautiful areas.
Now, stating the obvious, you are a very young couple, and some would say, aren't you a bit young to be moving to the countryside?
I'm from London, so capital city, hectic, busy, and it's just got busier ever since I've been little. So I'm really looking for the finer things in life, just spending time with Georgia and our little dog Betty, and sort of exploring in the countryside. So yeah, trying to get away from that hectic lifestyle really.
And I think when you come home after a long shift, I just like to be in the peace and quiet. I don't want to be in the hustle and bustle of a city centre.
Look at the weather, it's absolutely amazing. It doesn't get much better than this, and you are good to go. Money's in your pockets, right?
Yeah.
We're good to go.
Perfect, come on then, let's see what we've got.
We're hitting the road, headed for the village of South Kilworth, located in the south of the county. There's a sociable community who enjoy quiz nights at their 400-year-old local, with other events held regularly in the village hall and the recreation ground. Although you could hear a pin drop in the quiet village, it's only 10 minutes from both the M1 and M6 motorways, so benefits from fantastic transport links. Plus, the town of Harborough is just a 25-minute bus ride away. Right in the heart of the village is the red brick house we're here to see.
Okay, well, we thought we'd start with this one.
Wow. What
Yeah?
property, yeah. It looks beautiful, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Really nice.
Really, really nice.
It's a big property as well.
Now, as we know, this is the first property you will potentially own together. How many have you looked at so far?
I mean, quite a few. I'd say around maybe 15 houses.
Have you?
Yes. I think this one's definitely got more of a modern curb appeal.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think this would suit us.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Come and have a look.
This detached house was built in 1990 with a striking contemporary timber-clad rear extension added a year ago.
Right, come on in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah?
Yeah, big hallway, isn't it?
You like?
Yeah, really open.
Well, space is what it does have. Come and have a look in here.
We could definitely fit a lot of people in here, couldn't we?
Yeah.
How many are you playing with, haven't we?
We're definitely both families at some point.
Definitely.
We like to host Christmas, so I think space is definitely important.
100%.
And what kind of style would you have? What would it look like?
So I think I'd definitely want to brick slip a wall, just to add depth to the room. I definitely think if there's kind of a modern feel to a room, I'd want maybe more characterful furniture in it. And then if it's more of a characterful room, maybe some more
modern furniture in it.
I think the brick slip's a really nice idea. I mean, for anybody not in the know, effectively, it's a thin veneer of brick, isn't it, that looks as if you've exposed the brick wall behind.
Yeah.
So you can have real fun in here, I think, bringing your own flair to it. But to be honest with you, I think this is kind of for the winter. I think this is a rainy Sunday afternoon in here because of what they've done next door.
Oh, exciting.
I think I'll use this more.
Let's go.
There, look at this.
Wow, now this is a space. This is...
Is this you?
Yes, definitely.
And you've got a really generous utility room through there, which is great. Your current owners have a dog, so that all works. The flooring, dead easy to keep clean. And then they've extended it out here, giving you a kind of garden room. I think you would probably spend most of your time, here.
Yes,
yeah.
I agree with that. I think that's why we wanted the kitchen diner so much, because we know we're going to spend quite a lot of time in here.
This has got that party feel about it, has it not?
Yeah, it
Absolutely.
has. It does have that, yeah. 100%.
Excellent. Right, should we have a look upstairs?
Yes.
Come with me.
On the first floor, a spacious landing leads to a family bathroom and the sleeping quarters, including 4 double bedrooms. Each one is big and bright, offering space for a home office as well as overnight guests.
We're thinking this would probably be the one you would choose because it has the ensuite shower with it.
Yes, it does. Yeah, this is a big room, isn't it?
Yeah, and high ceilings as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Definitely. We could see this as the main bedroom.
Yeah.
100%.
But you can choose.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Spend the night in each.
And I suppose not having children, we can pick our rooms or switch and change.
Yeah, well, while you got the chance. You know.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
true.
Exactly.
Where does Betty usually sleep?
In the bedroom.
On the bed.
Yes.
Well, on that theme, let's have a look at the garden and see where Betty might spend a bit of time.
Great.
Outside, there's a sheltered front garden and a garage. Then to the rear, a patio leads to an enclosed lawn surrounded by planted borders and trees.
I love the fact that it's got these different levels and the terracing. Kind of makes it feel bigger.
Yes, it does. I do
Actually.
think it makes it feel bigger.
Is it enough for Betty?
Oh, definitely enough for
enough.
Betty. Yeah. She definitely...
As long as I can fit her little paddling pool in the garden,
Yes.
she's happy.
Yes.
Great. I love what they've done here with the extension. You can see, really bold that. I love the way they've used the timber cladding on it.
Definitely. It adds more character to it, doesn't it?
You know what's coming next then? I'm going to ask you to estimate the price. Is there an element of competition in this?
Oh, there is. Yeah, we've got our own little bet going on here. So,
Okay.
Bottle
yeah.
of Prosecco.
Bottle of Prosecco?
Yes.
Nice,
Yes.
OK. Is it about getting it nailed accurately or is it about who's closest?
Who's closest, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
OK, right, off you go.
568.
£568,000.
Yeah.
No one ever says an 8. 568,000. Okay.
Such a random number.
It's a random number. Interesting. Go on then.
I say 540.
540,000.
Yeah, 540.
Okay, well, you will be intrigued to know then that this is currently on the market for £535,000.
One to me.
Yeah, no, I'm pulling out of this bet from now on.
No, listen, you've got 2 more chances to overtake, but it's 1-0 to you.
1-0 to me.
Priced below budget at £535,000, this modern detached home comes with a large kitchen diner, 4 double bedrooms, a versatile garden that would suit Chloe, Georgia and Betty, and a location in a friendly village.
I think this house is a beautiful property. It's got a lovely open kitchen diner. There's lots of light flooding in. So, yeah, overall, we're really excited about the property.
I definitely think with the size of this property, it allows us to be able to turn it into our dream home rather than having that expectation of it already being our dream home and maybe loving it more as them years go on and the time and effort that we put into the house. And I'm looking forward to seeing where we go with it.
Leicestershire is a county that manages to combine beautiful countryside, pretty villages and lively towns with great aplomb. Just what Chloe and Georgia are looking for when they make their move. So we've brought them to one of the region's, in fact the country's, most exciting market towns, Market Harborough. Recently voted one of the best places to live in the UK.
Oh, look at the flowers. It's gorgeous.
Moving here was absolutely the best thing that we've ever done. I haven't looked back. I think there were a few moments early on where I thought, it's a bit quiet, but actually it's been great. I like to be able to get the train into London, and obviously we've got really good links to St Pancras. But living in Market Harborough, honestly, in the summer feels like being on holiday.
But if the bright lights are calling, it's under an hour's train ride to get that city fix in the capital.
It's very oldie-worldy.
Look at the church. It's gorgeous.
I moved over to Market Harborough when I met Lewis, so I've been here about 6 years now. You've got the nice restaurants and bars, and it's walkable, so you're not taxiing around everywhere.
I am very passionate about Market Harborough. I love living here. I really look forward to the weekends. I can imagine living anywhere else.
The town's also got great shopping, where small independents stand alongside high street names. It's a great hub for the arts too, with a theatre run by its members. And come September, there's the biggest free street theatre festival in England. The indoor market has been running for 800 years on 6 days a week, with the focus sharply on all things local.
You come here, you can get everything you want. Cheese, fish, meat, everything. Fruit and veg, it's all here, all under one roof.
Yeah, it's a great location. I think it's really important because it's a bit of history for the town. It's a historical market. Really lucky to have it.
Chloe and Georgia want to throw themselves into the local community when they relocate, and what better way to get to know a new area as well as its residents than with a four-legged friend in hand. They've come to meet local dog trainer Jessica Bars.
Is it a great area to have dogs?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a dog-friendly community around here. There's not many places that don't let you bring their dogs in.
Oh, brilliant. We're really looking for that, aren't we? We're a little bit nervous, newcomers, about meeting new people, and we think bringing dogs along and meeting new people with dogs would be great for us.
Absolutely.
And right on cue, Jess has rounded up some local dogs and their owners for Chloe and Georgia to meet.
Oh, you are lovely. Do you guys have any sort of socials where you meet up and things like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. We catch each other every Tuesday up at the dog club.
We'll have to bring Betty here, won't we? She'll love this. We always say that when we go on dog walks, that's it. We've got like sort of friends for life after that, haven't we?
Oh, 100%.
But before they can join the dog club, we need to find them the ultimate new home. We're travelling to the village of Old Dalby now, located around 16 miles from both Nottingham and Leicester. Residents are lucky enough to be surrounded by gorgeous countryside and attractive housing stock. There's a village hall which hosts a variety of events, a cafe serving homemade treats, along with an equestrian centre. On the edge of the village, we find our next offering, which greets us with a rather unusual frontage.
Come on in. So this is number 2.
Wow. This is a big property, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. This is bigger than the last one.
Oh, OK.
It's a nice, big, much-loved family home, but I think even the current owners would say it probably needs a little bit of TLC here and there, but that's for you to do.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be an off-the-shelf solution. The question is, can we harness your obvious creativity and see what we do with it?
Sounds good to us.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Yeah.
The house dates to the 1930s, with the fabulous front extension and picture window added in 2015. We're starting our tour in the kitchen, also a later addition built in 2006.
So, weave your way through the hallway and we'll begin in here, because I think this is what really sells this property, if I'm honest.
It's a big space, isn't it? I think it'll probably need a bit of modernising to our taste, but it's got the potential to do that in here. And maybe some bifold doors at the end would be great.
Anyone would think you'd walked in here before. Your assessment of this was absolutely immediate. I'm very impressed.
I think like brick slips on the left-hand side to bring character back. It hasn't necessarily maybe got that character that we're looking for yet. So yeah, we probably need to add that into it too.
I guess what I'm searching for between you is a sense of eager anticipation about doing that to a property.
Yes. I think when you're in it, you need to feel like you want to do those things in the property.
Yeah.
But I suppose until you see everything that it's got to offer,
exactly,
that'll probably dictate whether we'd be willing to do that.
I think the potential is what this one's about.
Exciting.
Yeah?
Yeah, sounds good.
Come on, let's have a look. Let's go through here. So here we are, next door then to the kitchen. You can see the old window where it was. I mean, I don't know about you, my thought would be to remove that, make it a doorway and connect these two spaces.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
And it disappears around the corner to sort of purpose-designed study area, which overlooks the garden, which is quite nice.
Yeah, that would be perfect, because I work from home, so that office space that's downstairs would be just the icing on the cake for me. It's a good room, isn't it? It's a good size.
Are we excited?
Yeah, I think so.
Not daunted?
No, not daunted. Not daunted.
Right, now then, upstairs you've got 5 bedrooms to choose from. Go and explore them at your leisure without me, and I'll meet you down here and we'll go out to the garden.
Okay, brilliant.
Lovely.
Exciting. Thank you very much.
Also on the ground floor, there's a dining room, a utility, a cloakroom and a shower room. Then, moving up to the first floor, off a large bright landing, lies the family bathroom. And those 5 bedrooms, the smallest of which sit to the rear.
I could see this as more like maybe a wardrobe room.
Walk-in wardrobe.
Walk-in wardrobe. This could be utilised as that, with beautiful views out the back there.
The larger 2 are at the front, but that doesn't compromise the outlook.
I feel like every room has got beautiful views in this house.
Then the grand principal suite boasts the wonderful floor-to-ceiling feature glazing, as well as a shower room.
Oh wow, yeah, this is a lovely bedroom, isn't it?
This is really nice.
I would say this is a star of the show in the house, really.
Georgia and Chloe have been very clear about the sort of property they want, and I think it absolutely is something that combines the best of modern living with a genuine sense of character. But what is character? Is it something that's old? Is it something that's just quirky? Or is it something that just catches your eye and catches your imagination? I suspect they are wrestling with that somewhat.
I think that's the problem, like maybe we're looking at houses that are quite modern and it's easier to make a old house modern, but to give a modern house old sort of character, it's a little bit tricky.
Yeah, it's definitely harder to do that.
Well, they are definitely considering the merits of this home and how it might or might not chime with their vision. Outside, however, things should be more straightforward to appreciate, with a generous south-facing patio and a large lawned private plot backing onto fields, an ideal space for Betty the Pooch.
Here's the neighbours.
Oh, lovely. They're going to be loud in the morning.
Would this be enough?
I think the size of the garden is completely fine, isn't it, for what we're looking for? Also, this, even though it's not your land, it's sort of like an extended garden because you've got the views. So, yeah, that would be nice to wake up to in the mornings.
The price of this, I think, will have a bearing on your deliberations. So there's a bottle of fizz on this one, isn't there?
Yes.
OK. You won the last one, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Right then, Georgia, you can go first on this one. What do you think it's on the market for?
I'm going to say 545.
£545,000. Yeah, Chloe.
I'm going to go with 520.
£520,000. Here's the thing. It was on the market until about a month ago for £575,000. It has now been reduced to £550,000. So it's 1-1, right?
It's 1-1 now.
Priced on budget, this striking detached 1930s property comes with an open-plan kitchen dining living space, a study, 5 bedrooms and a dog-friendly garden with views.
I think the main thing I've learned from this house tour is that a characterful property can be made modern, but I don't think necessarily a modern property can be made characterful.
I do think we can be a bit too picky.
Yes.
And we are going to have to compromise somewhere. And I think originally we wanted to walk into somewhere and it was completely to our standard and to knock us off our feet. But I've come to the realisation that maybe you embrace the character that it has and we put our modern stamp on it.
But before we call it a day, we're taking a moment to catch our breath and unwind in the beautiful surroundings of the walled garden at our hotel.
So the end of a busy day, hopefully a useful one.
Definitely.
We have, of course, tomorrow still to come. But before we do, just give me a bit more of a picture as to what your new country life is going to look like.
I definitely think on my rest days I want to pick up some hobbies that I've let go of, like my oil painting.
All right.
Yeah, and you with your football.
Yeah, and we've both got a dog, obviously, little Betty.
Yeah.
So we really want to explore the countryside together, don't we? Go on loads of dog walks and hikes together.
You know, if you got into a local football team, what a great way to get into the community.
Exactly, and I think that's it. It's about building relationships with people as well. And that's one of the reasons we want to move to the countryside, is to build them relationships in a community and be in a lovely village. And I think playing football again will really help that.
So, in terms of the day, I know we perhaps haven't found it quite yet, but I am very excited to show you our mystery house, which I am feeling optimistic about. I'm hoping it's going to roll together some of the themes and the issues that we've revealed today. But it's still sunny, it's still very hot, which means it's absolutely time for something cold, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We can drink to tomorrow.
That sounds good to us, doesn't it?
If you're hoping to get lucky in Leicestershire, things are looking good, as the average price of a detached house here is just over £405,000. That's some £60,000 less than the £466,000 figure for the whole of England. With that good news in mind, here are some more of our top property picks in the county. This delightful semi-detached cottage comes with a pretty terraced front garden, a cosy living room, an open-plan kitchen diner, 2 double bedrooms and a landscape rear garden. It's on the market with a guide price of £300,000. Or how about this 3-bed character cottage that offers wonderfully warm and historic reception rooms, alongside a large modern kitchen diner with bifold doors. The garden has a patch of lawn plus space for parking and lounging al fresco. It's on the market for offers in the region of £400,000. And if it's a rental you're after, for £1,000 per month, there's this end of terrace cottage in a village location. It has a compact but bright kitchen, a feature fireplace in the living room, 2 double bedrooms and an enclosed garden.
Well, another wonderful sunny start to what is our final day of house hunting here with Chloe and with Georgia. Now, so far our house search has focused on finding them a modern property into which they can inject their own sense of style and character, but I don't think, frankly, it's really worked so far. And that's because I think they are coming round to the long accepted idea that if you buy a property which already has a bit of history and character with it, it's far easier to inject a taste of the modern and get this lovely heady cocktail of old and new. And that is where our mystery house comes in. Fingers crossed, it's a cocktail they will like.
The answer lies in the northeast of the county, as our final property destination is the village of Holwell. A conservation village, Holwell is home to an array of architectural styles, together forming an attractive collection of properties. That includes the muted tones of the Church of St Leonard, dating back to the 13th century and given a Grade 2 listing with a star. Surrounded by countryside, residents have a choice of marked footpaths to follow to make the most of the local area.
It'd be really nice to walk Gabby round. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? So nice.
Well, I'm going to give you a little glimpse as to what our mystery offering is that we've lined up for Chloe and for Georgia. Now, you will know, if you watch us regularly, that we do like to have a bit of fun in the way that we pick our mystery houses. Sometimes it's because of what they are, sometimes it's because of where they are. And this week, well, it's a bit of both.
Although this late Victorian chapel has been converted into a home, it still manages to hold onto its original charm.
As you can see, this very inventive conversion is making best use of the size and scale of this lovely old chapel and also celebrating its history and its heritage, but it's been injected with a genuinely modern twist. I am hoping that both Chloe and Georgia will recognise that this, I think, is what they've been looking for.
Let's find out if I'm right.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Very excited to show you our mystery property, this lovely old converted chapel.
Oh my goodness. I've never seen anything like this before.
No.
Have you?
I feel like that's taken my breath away.
The reason this is our mystery house is because I think you are absolutely now looking for a property which has old bones,
Yeah.
lots of original character, but with a modern twist.
You're all
Yes.
right.
This
Okay.
is more up our street.
Excellent.
This arresting chapel was built in 1877 from local ironstone with bath stone detail.
OK. I think this is going to be a bit of a treat, isn't it?
Yes, I would say so. Look at the ceilings.
Yeah. Well, just you wait.
Wow.
Dedicated study space here.
Fantastic.
Family bathroom, shower room there.
Great.
OK.
The ground floor has been divided by a hallway with rooms either side, leading to an open-plan living and dining area at the far end, with large Gothic top windows allowing light to flood in.
This is where it really opens up.
Wow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, that is something, isn't it? The character in this property. Oh my goodness. The ceilings. This is absolutely beautiful.
Stunning. Because it's such a high ceiling,
Yeah.
it makes it feel more open.
Yeah, it's sort of like what we're looking for, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Really nice.
The old with a bit of new.
Yes, exactly.
Well, a lot of new.
Yes, definitely.
Come and have a look at the kitchen,
Okay, amazing.
which leads on through to a lovely garden room through there and a utility area behind me.
I didn't expect there to be so much space in this property. I didn't realise it went back so far.
And then down these steps, you've got this lovely garden room, a sun trap. Access out to the little courtyard garden there. Lovely views out there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the views here is a beautiful sun trap, and we'd be here all day, wouldn't we, with a cup of tea?
Absolutely.
Or a couple of drinks in the evening. It'd be perfect for us. I think you've hit the nail on the head with this one.
Fantastic. Right, well, if you love what you've seen already, wait till you get upstairs. I think you're going to love it.
Exciting.
Two of the bedrooms are here on the ground floor, one with an ensuite.
See, I think there's something rather magical about when you ascend through a building that you can really see,
Yes, I'm extremely excited.
and it invites you up
Wow.
into this.
Now, this is a space. It's insane, isn't it?
Yeah. I feel like it's like Mary Poppins' bag. It just keeps on giving.
Well, doesn't it just? You can make of this space whatever you want, really.
We wouldn't know where to start, would we?
No.
Right, well, I'm going to let you have the run of it. Principal bedroom is through there. Go and have an explore, and we will reconvene
Brilliant.
and talk about the price.
Lovely. See you in a minute.
The main bedroom is lit through its skylight and comes with its own ensuite shower room.
Really, really nice. Really like the room. This property's got so much character. It's got so much soul to it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
We could literally move into it like this.
Yeah.
Hit the jackpot a bit.
Yeah.
So, it's been a very lucky strike for the interior tour of our impressive mystery house.
Compared to other properties we've seen, this is something
Yeah.
special, isn't it?
Yeah.
As this ecclesiastical home has us all singing from the same hymn sheet. However, there's one hurdle to overcome, and that's the rather bijou outside space. Small, yes, but perfectly formed and tended.
I definitely think this courtyard garden will work. I mean, given that me and Betty used to live in a flat before I bought my house, as long as we're surrounded by fields and public footpaths, it's not an issue.
Yeah, I think it works.
All that's left now is to discover if the property's price works for them too.
So let's have a think then about what this is going to be on the market for. To remind you, it is currently scores even for this bottle of fizz. Who's going to go first?
Georgia.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say 565.
£565,000, yeah, OK.
I'm going to say 575.
£575,000, both over budget.
Yep.
This could be yours for £475,000.
No way. I am shocked by that. There is no way.
I'm in shock.
I can't believe this is the cheapest property that we've seen.
Everybody overestimates the properties they love. You have fallen into that classic trap, but the fact is you love it.
I think that makes us love it even more.
Yeah, definitely, it does. I think we would have never expected this to be cheaper than the other properties that we've seen. So, yeah, I think it's blown us away, really, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Our marvellous Victorian Mystery Chapel has rung in considerably below budget with a guide price of £475,000. It offers an open-plan living and dining space, a home office, 3 bedrooms and a characterful courtyard garden.
We've definitely ended this week with excitement. I think we need to start having some conversations and maybe making some offers.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Well, that's it. Mystery house is over. Glad we came?
Yes, definitely glad we came.
Come on. For Chloe and Georgia, town life has left them longing for country life. But for many who grew up in the countryside, it's only when they leave do they realise that it's actually where they'd rather be. So meet Vicky, country girl turned beautician turned farmer.
I'm a second-generation farmer on our family farm in Leicestershire. I work alongside my dad. He set up the farm completely by himself when he was about 20 years old. I never considered farming as a career. I actually ended up training as a beautician and going to work in the local town. It was only when I was made redundant from that job that Dad said to me, why don't you come and work on the family farm? He was struggling a little bit with his mental health and needed the extra support, which is quite a common issue in farming. And that was just over 10 years ago now, and I absolutely love farming and I love working outside. I couldn't ever imagine going back to working in a town or even within 4 walls ever again.
Tractor!
My little girl was born last year.
Wave!
And I'm lucky to be able to give her this life of being outdoors and having her with me, and I wouldn't change it for the world. Farming can be hard, but I couldn't look back now. This is where we're meant to be.
Vicky's story of growing up in the countryside before leaving for the bright lights of the city and then returning home is a story that I'm sure many can relate to. But just how different is life for her now? Well, I thought I'd pop by and find out. I mean, this is what it's all about, isn't it?
Absolutely. And when the sun's shining as well, you can't really complain.
It's a far cry from the beauty salon, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And in terms of the clients that you were used to handling, I say handling, in the salon compared to this lot, which is easier?
I'll say the cows.
I know also you've focused on mental health issues within farming. What brought you round to championing that?
Seeing Dad struggle, and then just from chatting to people, other farmers, especially younger farmers, struggling themselves but being embarrassed to talk about it. And Dad's very for championing, you know, talking about mental health, and with my social media I thought it was a great platform to do that and help a few of the farming mental health charities out as well.
Now you're a mum.
Yep.
So you're looking forward to seeing your, kids, should we say plural, in the future, coming into the family business, do you think?
I would love that to happen. I mean, Oakley's just coming up to 1 and she already loves the tractors, she loves the cows, and it is great to have her around.
You've got the best inspiration you could have in your dad, haven't
you? Absolutely.
Vicky and her dad, Andy, have around 300 cattle and 250 sheep on their 400 acres in the village of Thorpe Langton. And after I lend a hand feeding these lovely ladies... Come on then. Well, they're loving this, aren't they?
Yeah.
I want to meet the man who created this livestock farm from scratch 23 years ago. And it's lovely to see you and Gus here, taking a keen interest in the herd today. And lovely to see Vicky out there working alongside you.
Yeah, no, it's great. She's been a great help on the farm. She loves it as much as I do, to be fair.
Now, I've met many farmers over many years, but not many first-generation farmers, Andy. What gave you the idea?
Well, I'm dyslexic, and when I was at school all those many years ago, it wasn't a recognised thing with youngsters, so I had no interest in school, really, and I started working for a farmer at weekends, and then I went full-time for him when I left school, and just carried on from then.
And is it easy working with family, working together?
No, it's not. She's the boss, OK?
Right, OK.
She's the boss, but it is lovely to work with her.
But when you think back to when you first started, not knowing, whether you could become established as a farmer, you must be chuffed to bits.
I am proud, really, inside, but I don't really show my emotions.
You know, it's just lovely to meet somebody who's decided that farming's for them. I absolutely salute you, sir. Well done, you two. Well, the challenge this week was to find a young couple the opportunity to buy their first home together from our selection of properties. Sounds easy on paper, but as we've seen, not as straightforward as we might have wished in practice. So the big question, of course, as ever, is have we done it? Well, let's ask them. Well, this is a nice spot, isn't it?
Beautiful.
To finish up a few busy days of house hunting.
There has been some surprises, hasn't there?
And we've had a lot of fun along the way, not least you two competing
Yeah.
in guessing the prices of the 3 properties we've shown you. And guess who won?
Oh, don't rub it in. Me!
I'm going to rub it in because I'm going to give you the bottle of fizz that
amazing, thank you.
You decided you would compete for. So feel free to open it on this bright sunny day. Oh my God!
I'm so sorry.
I mean, there's been a lot of unexpected things this week.
I didn't think it was going to be busy. I'm so sorry.
It's only fitting that we should end it with another surprise. The scene is set for us to make sense of this week.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say that there is one property that stands out amongst all of them.
Yes, I would agree with that one.
The chapel.
The chapel, our mystery house.
It's definitely told us that maybe we don't want something with such a modern twist on it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. Maybe we have sold you our mystery house. I wonder. I mean, the price was fantastic. I mean, goodness me, it would allow you to move into something that we clearly know you love. It takes the pressure off financially. It's all ready to go.
It's a massive bonus.
Yeah, it is.
It definitely feels like it's it for me.
Yeah, I think sometimes as well you don't realise what you want until you walk in there. And we really felt that, didn't we, when we walked in there?
I'm wondering if there's a little bit of caution here. You know, you've been building up to this move for so long. Now, potentially, you're on the threshold of it, but there's something a bit... Oh, can we jump in? Shall we do it?
I mean, sometimes in life you've just got to take risks, and maybe this is where we've just got to jump into it and take that risk.
I agree. We feel really, really positive.
So do you think you'll be going back for a second viewing?
Yes.
There you go. You see?
In unison.
In unison. Well, I really hope you go back. Please let us know how you get on. It's been great to be along for the ride, and I wish you all the best of luck. So here's to both of you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Winners
Cheers.
all.
Thank you.
Cheers. You know, one of the great joys of helping a young couple like Chloe and Georgia find their first home together is that infectious sense of anticipation and excitement that underpins their wish to move. Now, whether or not they buy our mystery house, only time will tell, but I am absolutely confident that wherever they end up, when they do finally get the keys to their very own front door and they can make it their own, it will be a home filled with fun. I'll see you next time.
If you would like to escape to the country in England, Northern Ireland, Scotland or Wales and need our help, why not apply online at bbc.co.uk/take part.